What saying or phrase do you hear all the time that you just can't stand? The thing is that ... paradigm of virtue, irregardless ... Chester draws. People who think saying I am well instead of I'm good is somehow smarter and more correct. People who insist him and me is incorrect and you should actually say him and I because of a half-remembered lesson from kindergarten English. Yes, I'm a grammar Nazi. I also have spelling pet peeves. Using the wrong there. A lot. Your disorder is a reason, not an excuse. I mean, sometimes it is an excuse. To say that implies that no matter how bad your disorder is, you're capable of doing everything expected of you if you try hard enough. Sometimes it's just not true. Some people with certain disorders just can't do some things no matter how hard they try. It's like saying, you having two broken legs is a reason you can't walk, but not an excuse. Okay, boomer. Tell me you let this sink in without telling me you had to scroll too far to find this. I don't know who needs to hear this. You sweet summer child. But I'll say it louder for the people in the back. Checks notes. Unpopular opinion as a female. I was today years old when I realized that your body count lives rent-free in my head. Cringe off. Imagine gaslighting your fur babies. It's got to be all the phrases that are used on Zoom calls. If this is a repeat, I apologize. I just skimmed through them all. I know it was one phrase, but I've got so many that I want to scream when I hear them. Let me give you 5 minutes back, circling back. Let me double click on that. Using the word ecosystem. Why? Happy insert name of day. There are so many. What did I miss? No, they damn well do not give a shit about how you're actually doing. And they're just saying a greeting that has been unfortunately way too normalized, fortunately mostly in the US and nowhere else. Oh my god, you are so negative because of, as a person themselves are actually being negative by saying this. And also not offering any real support or understanding or intellect. Anytime I bring up like, hey, fix this, or hey, that should be done this way, or hey, this, or that, people are just like, all your negative, shut up. On Reddit is actually the full original quote is ... followed by, for example, jack of all trades ... master of none. The customer is always right ... in matters of taste. The blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb. Like, it only takes a few minutes to check that these are not the original. I'm a bit OCD, everyone's a bit OCD. No. Most people have preferences for how their stuff is arranged. Some people are anal about cleanliness. Obsessive-compulsive disorder is a living hell, made worse by people misunderstanding it and thinking of it as a personality quirk due to how it is usually depicted on TV. You can't have your cake and eat it too. This irks me because it is incorrect. You can have your cake and then eat it. The correct phrase is you can't eat your cake and have it. Once it is eaten, it is out of your hands, so you can't have it anymore after you have eaten it. Thanks for coming to me TED Talk. I know this one was created by Eat recommending videos with the word suicide less, but ooh, maybe off themselves would work. Dick riding when you're defending a friend, you're in place of your, her and her husband are coming over or whomever. No. It's she and her husband. You would not say her came over. So don't say her and her husband came over. Also, when writing about a single female, she is a woman. So many people use women when they are taking about just one female person. Know what I mean? Fucking guy at work says it 30 plus times a day. We talked about sending him to another job, but instead I got the guys to all repeat it as soon as they hear the phrase. It sounds like a Bullfrog Budweiser commercial. 8 of us going off one after another. Know what I mean? I gave it 110 and its variations. This phrase always annoys the hell out of me for some reason. It just sounds so stupid to me. My truth. This one just makes me think the person is delusional, stupid, and probably horrible to be around due to their lack of self-awareness. Frequently starting entire phrases or sentences that begin with "at the end of the day." To me, A person who says this all the time just wants to be heard or be in control of most things instead of taking the time to listen to what others are saying around them. AM in the morning. AM means in the morning. One of the women my ex-husband cheated on me with would say this every time, and years later. This is like the only thing about any of that still gets under my skin. It's just so dumb. Facts when you mean I agree with your opinion. I really feel like the difference between facts and opinions has been muddied to their point where they cannot be differentiated, and opinions hold the same weight as facts. The way people, mostly women, as far as I can tell, say by these days. It's always that long, drawn out by and they really emphasize the like nails on a chalkboard. Goated, greatest of all time. Unless we're at the heat-death moment of the universe, when all time stops. You cannot make that claim. Might be the greatest so far, but all time, no. Fam, no cap, FR, Groove, on fleek, real talk, on God, facts in it. Let's just say all that young person talk, which doesn't mean a damn thing. Haha, younger person. I'm barely mid-30s. Smash it. I work in digital, and every time some does something good, or is going to do a presentation at you smashed it, or you're going to smash it, drives me crazy for no reason. To be honest, I know it's harmless enough, but it implies you weren't being honest before this moment. I don't mind when other people use it, but I police myself with that phrase. Yosses, not yos queen or something more specific. Fine with that. But substituting yosses for every time she said yes. I'm not sure why it overloaded my brain. Should've. I gently corrected someone in a Facebook thread, and practically got death threats and insulted every name in the book for it. Taught me that stupid is here to stay. Everything happens for a reason. It's meant to be profound and make you feel better about something shitty. There's just no need to try and make everything mean something, starting any sentence with just so you know. We know what your problem is of, to be honest, guarantee anything that follows is going to thoroughly chat my ass. I'm not racist, but, my friend, saying that doesn't make you seem less racist. It just makes you sound like a jackass for trying to cover yourself with an obvious lie. It's a 3-letter slang word to replace an existing 3-letter word yes. You might think it means yes, and that you're betting on it. But it never includes a bet. Cool beans awesome sauce, and when people say please and thank you after they ask for something. Also fucks with as in do you fuck with deathcore? He's good people. What the heck does that even mean? Why not just say he's a good person, they're good people? It just doesn't sound like good English. I always hear it's a nice bit of kit and instantly feel like they're trying to brag or promote a gadget that they clearly don't know how to operate. At the end of the day, this phrase could be eliminated entirely from a sentence without changing the meaning. The phrase is 100 useless filler. I saw. Specifically. Ain't got no, don't have any. A colleague murders the English language on an hourly basis. Things like blue sky thinking, think outside the box, roadmap to X, or why all these phrases piss me off, and there are a million more. Fucking Rainbow Bridge. I just lost my dog, and I can assure you there is no Rainbow Bridge involved. Fucking condescending cunts. Could care less. It's could not care less, and it's really not difficult. Even the fuckwit-in-chief knows how to use it properly. No worries. For some reason I can't stand it. Not to mention the fact that I have seen the news and there are bigger worries. How are we doing it as if everyone who has ever earned the title manager in anything automatically has to start saying this? Munch. I just needed something munch on. Did you want to munch and let everyone know that you are munching? GTFO. Haven't seen you in a versions of minute. Or when did minute become so popular for meaning a long time? I could care less. For fuck's sake ... It's I couldn't care less. Saying it the other way makes no fucking sense. When people say ? After a sentence. I'm not sure why, but it just boils my blood. Maybe I'm getting too old. Don't hate the player. Hate the game. This is used by assholes to justify being an asshole when they do asshole things. Pretty much anything a Zoomer and younger say. All of it is cringer. See what I did there? My millennial speak LOL. It's not a saying or phrase. People like to use the words gaslighting and grooming incorrectly or excessively. That something is woke or wokeism, as it tends to be used by idiots that have no idea what they're talking about. Don't yuck someone else's yum. Also popping off. When I was a kid, to pop off meant to fart. You're welcome. Also, can I lend something off you? Nitrogen monoxide. You can borrow something from me, and I can lend it you. Arg. A coworker of mine starts every single social interaction with, "Oh, by the way," and it drives me bonkers. Calling everyone older boomers and everyone younger millennial. If you're in her, you can be young or old. Love you to the moon and back. It is what it is. Read. Sorry. I know people love these. It is what it is. Like, nah. It needs to change. I need to do something to make it somewhat livable. Not a phrase, but the use of AXE instead of ASK in a sentence. Oh, that really gets under my skin. That. How does that mean anything other than its proper meaning? Don't get it or where it came from. Hurt people hurt people. No, hurt people choose to hurt people. Stop excusing abusive behaviors. I'm what I am and I tell it like it is. Usually only said by obnoxious, tactless assholes. It's like crack. Oreos are awesome, but I've never wanted to suck a dick for a line of Oreos.